And the reason why they're clapping is because we've come down to the final two players here in the Seattle Open, Tom Kreitz and George Branham III.
And we see George has made the right decision right off the bat as he's making Kreitz finish on lane 34.
That happened earlier this week. A little victory for Kreitz.
Ooh, he gave that a lot of room.
Oh, he came back solid. Boy. We're in Seattle, but that was Flesh City there. Wow. Well, George Branham III, in order to win the Brunswick Memorial World Open, had to spare and beat Mark Roth, so he's been in the hot seat before.
But he's got the added pressure wanting to get out of that PTQ squad.
Good point.
Starts with a solid 7.
Oh, my. The slam 7 on lane 34, and that's about as rough a break as you could ask for.
Watch the 2-pin, third from the left. As the ball hits dead flush, it goes to the sideboard and misses the 7 coming back.
Even in slow motion, the pins were moving fast. No trouble with the spare. Boy, oh boy. Branham with a 16-8 match play record. Average on the television pair, 203 this week. There you saw the 299. That was the high game of the tournament. He'd settle for 290 now.
Low game 177. That really is very good to only have, that's your low game out of 42. Shows a lot of consistency on a tough condition. Ooh, through the heart. Lane 33 from the inside where Peterson was playing it and now where Branham is playing it. It appears to have a board in there where if you get it wide of it, it hangs, and if you get it right on it, it hooks high. Appears to be a very difficult lane from where they're playing, where Kreitz is playing, circling out around that first arrow, at least down the lane. No trouble at all.
Well, through 21 events this year on the national tour, the top seed has won 8 times, and the person who started the number 5 slot just twice. The number 4 participant 5 times, though, has climbed all the way up the ladder, won 4 games and the championship, and that's where Mr. Kreitz started.
Well, there really, except for choosing to finish on the lane, there's no difference between 4th and 5th. 4th gets to choose which lane he wants to finish on in the first match only.
So you could say the winner of the first match has won 7 championships, and the top seed only 8. Uh-oh, flirting with disaster. That ball came back out of nowhere.
We're going to get a look at it. Trust is a must, they say. Look at that ball. It's 10 at the arrows. Here it goes. Here it goes. Is it going in? It's on the first board.
It had an inkling.
It comes back to strike. Hooked 17 boards in about the last 10 feet. And he says, all right.
Well, that's taking it right to the edge. I had a feeling that would get cut short. He had to make a mistake on the right-hand lane, Mr. Durbin, with that shot on lane 34, don't you think?
It's just when you're throwing it that wide, in the last instance, you say, not too wide. Wow.
Well, it's amazing when you see a player adjust after throwing a strike, which is what I think he did on the left-hand lane.
I don't think so. I think he just didn't have the courage to get it out there wide again.
All right.
After 3-6-10, no trouble.
But he doubles, and that's the key start to the match right now, and he leads by 8 pins. And George Branham, lane 34, owes him one.
Yeah, he definitely did drill it in that first frame. He is really throwing hard and much more direct than Kreitz. Same place the last one hit, only this one strikes. We have a little note from our scorekeeper as we take a side view of his 5-step. Look at how crouched he is. I don't remember him being quite that crouched before. What they call pre-bent knees. Head steady all the way through, though. Backswing, just a little above shoulder height. Again, the long slide. Right behind the ball. And the result was perfect. Anyway, George struck on all 6 of his practice balls.
That's got to give you some confidence. Looked like he stuck a little bit there. Does he slice him up? Yes, he does. So Branham comes both fourth and back with a big double in the third and the fourth. He's going to sit down and relax just a moment, but don't you go away, because we'll be back with the conclusion of this year's Seattle Open in just a moment.